all the way from Mining Disrupt 2024. So, quick story before we get this unboxed here. Mining Disrupt 2024, last day, I approached the IceRiver team. Huge shout outs to Ray over at IceRiver, and I said, hey, you guys have to ship these back. Can I buy one of these display models they had right off the floor? And they were like, well, sure. So I was able to go ahead and buy the IceRiver KS5L directly off the Mining Disrupt floor at the booth. Bought it there with USDT ERC20. This is why I really tell you guys to make sure that you have some USDT easily available. Bought it right then and there, walked it right across the street pretty much over to the UPS store and shipped it back home. So in today's video, we're going to unbox, set up, and review the brand new IceRiver KS5L. Well, here it is, the brand new IceRiver KS5L. This unit is the 12 terahash model. Let's take a quick look at this. A little bit different of a layout and design than the previous ones like the KS3M and such. So, IP report on the front, we got our D1, 2, 3, and 4 indicator lights, SD card slot, reset button, Ethernet port right there. We have our 120 RPM fans there, and look at this 12T right there on the side with our model. And let's take a look here. We have our 2 power supply fans right on the front, our little toggle switch, and the new models, because of how much power they use, they are running the C19, so we will need a C19 to C20 cable. Flipping this guy around here, power supply, and on the back are normal additional high RPM fans. Other than that, that's really it. Nothing else too crazy to it. I cannot wait to get this powered on. Now, it looks like they threw in these stickers that they did have at the Mining Disrupt booth. A little IceRiver sticker. We got some more here. Look at this one. Bitcoin was the Kaspa testnet. That's pretty funny. I love Kaspa. Crypto mining should be accessible to everyone. That's pretty cool. So a bunch of these stickers here. So I'm going to take these at some point over to my ASIC shed. I'm going to be throwing these on my workbench and kind of creating a giant sticker workbench, which will be pretty cool. All right, well, let's go ahead and get this plugged in. All right, before we go powering this unit up, let's take a closer look at the hash rate, the watts, the expected profitability, and finally, the network hash rate of Kaspa right now. So if I was going to go ahead and buy one, which I did, but it was from Mining Disrupt, from IceRiver directly, so a little bit more of a unique situation. But if today I was in the market, if I was you guys looking to buy one of the newer series units, I probably would go over to asicmarketplace.com. And I've purchased a lot of miners from them recently. I've been working with them for several years now. So I highly recommend them if you're in the market for ASIC purchases. I'll leave a link directly down below with a discount code if you're interested. So taking a look over on their website, they're actually marketing it almost right away right here. IceRiver KS5L Kaspa Miner, $5,139. They actually have the brand new, which I'm really surprised they didn't have this at Mining Disrupt, the Antminer DR7. This is that new SCP miner out there. But if you come over here and we click on products, it brings up some of the latest and greatest ones. Some of these new hydro and immersion miners, which are super cool. The S21XP, which of course isn't out yet, but they did have that at Mining Disrupt. It was really cool to see that unit as well. But what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to go down to IceRiver. A lot of units sold out right now. These are like the original KS0. Check that out. KS0 Pro. You just can't get those anymore. The new KS0 Ultra. I do have one of those. I'm looking forward to doing a video here in the next few weeks on this unit. I might be giving one away. We'll have to see. Outside of that, scrolling down, the KS1, you can't get anymore. The KS2, I actually, my electrician just picked up a KS2 off of eBay. Imagine this, KS2 off eBay, we paid $1,875. Absolutely insane. So scrolling down, you can't really get a lot of these right now, the KS3s. However, now we're on to the KS5L and the KS5M. Now, I looked at both of these side by side at Mining Disrupt, trying to decide which one I was going to buy. Definitely a higher price point for the KS5M. However, it is 15 terahash for the exact same watts. However, the price tag of over $7,000 was a little hard for me to swallow. So I ended up going with the IceRiver KS5L here. 12 terahash, $5,139 on ASIC Marketplace's website. And if you're curious, that includes import tax, which is super important, and shipping. Be super careful buying from IceRiver directly or other resellers. Make sure you read the fine print, because you could get a surprise from DHL calling you to say, hey, your unit package is here, but you owe a 30% fee based off the entire declared value. That would be super, super expensive. If we looked at that right now and took a look at what that possibly could be, we took the price here. Let's say you bought it from another reseller, 5139 times, let's say it's as high as 30%. You literally could be on the hook to DHL for $1,541.70. So it all depends. So be careful where you buy from. This price here, $5,139, is all in. So scrolling down some more here, 12 terahash at the 3,400 watts. So we're going to put that to the test today. We're going to get this unit plugged in, and we're going to see exactly how well it actually performs. Now going over to what to mine, let's take a look theoretically if this gets exactly 12 terahash at exactly 3,400 watts, what it will do from a profitability perspective. Now, at the time recording this, it's June 29th, and well, Kaspa has been doing amazing, seeing all-time highs over the last few days. Taking a look at 1 year, you can see that Kaspa's profitability is doing very, very well. Even within the last week, it has skyrocketed, and that's all been due to some of the news going on around Kaspa with some of these big Bitcoin mining farms running Kaspa miners, which to me, I absolutely love. I actually got the pleasure of meeting the Kaspa team at Mining Disrupt, having some drinks with them at their after party, and had an absolute blast. So I'm very happy to see Kaspa doing well right now, but keep this price in mind when we're looking at profitability. If we take a closer look at a 3-month mark, you can see it's doing really, really well. Scrolling down some more, we can see that the all-time high was on June 30th, 2024, about 2 hours ago there. I guess this is based off of different time, because I'm like, it's June 29th right now. That's the future, but 19 cents, 19 cents. That's absolutely amazing. So let's jump back over here to what to mine. We're going to go to coins. We're going to scroll down. We're going to be looking for Kaspa. Come on, where are you at? There it is. And let's put in 12 terahash, 3,400 watts. And we're going to base this off of 10 cents, and we're going to hit calculate. So this unit right now will make $54.37 a day. That's absolutely insane. When I bought this unit at Mining Disrupt just a few days ago on the floor, it was about $43. So to see us up over $10 there is great. Now the electric per day is $8.16. So it is pretty hefty. So keep that in mind when you're shopping this unit. I'm basing this off a 10-cent kilowatt hour electric rate. And now finally, our profitability. What are we going to see in our pocket? $46.21. If you're curious on the Kaspa rewards per day, that's about 288 Kaspa per day, per week 2,017, and per month 8,645. Taking a closer look at the network hash rate of Kaspa, and I think this is why it's super important to talk about this, because the risk of buying a Kaspa miner and how profitable is it going to be a few months or even a year down the road is very questionable and very risky. There are new Kaspa miners released all the time. We just talked about this. We just went over and looked at all of the units over at ASIC Marketplace under products and also under IceRiver. All of these units have been released, it feels like, within the last year, and they just keep on getting higher and higher. I mean, think about it. We started out at 100 gigahash. We're now at 15 terahash just for IceRiver products. That doesn't even bring up the fact of where we are with the Bitmain Kaspa miners, where we're at 21 terahash for the best miner out there. So keep that in mind when you are buying Kaspa miners. I don't want to scare you away too much. However, I do want you to understand the risk that there are new miners and the hash rate continues to grow every single day. Finally, the Kaspa emission schedule. And this is something that you definitely should be made aware of. I'll put a link directly down below. At the end of the day, something to keep in mind is that the profitability per day on Kaspa with the emission schedule that it has before it, you will see when you're looking at your Kaspa rewards, let's say you mined for 90 days and you look at your records from the first day you started mining to 90 days into mining, you will notice that exact same miner starts to earn less and less and less as time goes on. So please take a look at the Kaspa emission schedule, educate yourself, because this is another thing to keep in mind when it comes down to the risks of buying Kaspa miners.
All right, so I thought we'd go ahead and take a look while this unit has been mining for maybe 10 to 15 minutes now at the DB levels. It is screaming. Let's take a look. So right around that 79 to 80 dB level. Man, it is going hard right now. Much louder than what I expected. Let's get this moved out to the shed and we'll let this run for a little while.
All right, we've been mining for 1 hour and I wanted to give this a little bit of extra time. As we know with Kaspa miners, they really don't start to show any hash rate till about 8 to 10 minutes or so. So I've been watching this over the last hour and I'll be honest, I was rather nervous. My average was about 11.6 for a long time. You can actually see, taking a look, we shot up to about 13.2, but then things really ramped down to this 11.2 for a very long time. But finally, we jumped up after about 48 minutes up to this 12 mark, and we've been sitting there very comfortably. You can see our 30-minute average is about 12.069, and our 5-minute is up even more, about 12.490. So I'm thrilled to see this. In the meantime, as I got a little nervous, I did go out to IceRiver's website. There's no firmware update for this yet, but I would expect it, as after these miners come out, there's always a firmware update that comes within the first 30 days or so. Jumping over to our pool, we'll do a quick refresh here. I have all my Kaspa miners on right now. You can see we have a variety of them: the KA Box Pro, the KA Box, the KS0 Pro, the KS0, the KS2, and finally our KS5L. Now, poolside is always delayed by a little bit, so I'm not surprised it's reporting 11.57 right now, as we just did break into 12 in the last 11 minutes or so, give or take. So taking a look at our stats here, we have recorded a 12.06 for our hash rate after 1 hour, and watts at the wall is 3,429, which is super close to that 3,400 mark. A lot of these times they put plus or minus 5%. This is only 34.29, so not too bad. To give you guys some cross comparisons, my KS2, you could see here at normal hash rate, it was at 2 terahash at 1,246. And when we take a look at the KS3M that we had for quite some time, that unit was at 6.3 at 3,329. So it's crazy to see how far we've come since even the KS3, which were at 100 watts more, but double the total hash rate.
Taking a look at our profitability, finally putting in our true metrics, 12.06, 3,429 at 10 cents. We are still walking away with that 288 to 89 Kaspa per day, and our profitability is still at $46.97, which I'm not surprised, as we're only seeing about 40 to 49 watts more than actually advertised for the stock information. All right, guys, that is going to wrap things up for this video. Hopefully this was informational for you and gave you some insight into the IceRiver KS5L. I believe the first batch is talking with Ray over at IceRiver at the event at Mining Disrupt that they will start shipping out over the first, 2 to 3 weeks now. I'm super happy and pleased that I did pull the trigger and grab one of these at Mining Disrupt and actually have a chance to get a look at it super early. If you guys are interested in nabbing one of these, I'll put a link to ASIC Marketplace directly down below. They are looking at a July delivery date, and I have a discount code that will save you $80 at checkout. Thanks guys for joining me today. I do appreciate it. Sorry to interrupt your video, but check this out. I constantly get emails from the community asking me about trustworthy hosting facilities in the United States that I recommend. Well, I got you covered. Listen up. A few months back, I visited BlockOps Mining's brand new facility in Central Arkansas. The team there was super professional, knowledgeable, and everyday miners like you and I. After visiting the facility, I sent them a few of my ASIC miners for hosting and have been super happy with their service and communication. Go contact BlockOps Mining directly down below in the video description and tell them the Hobbyist miner sent you for great pricing on miners and hosting.